So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down. Ready? Ready?
Breeze now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Ready? You ready?
Breeze to throw on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Kill. Ready? You ready?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
You ready? Kill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Check.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Watson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Green the line! Green the line!
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. That's Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, here's Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go. Ready. You ready? 36.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Watson now on second down. His throw incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Here's Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80! Tiger!
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black 22! Black 22!
On second down, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Black 22! Black 22! Check 26, check 26. Reset, reset, reset. 51 from Mike, boy, 51.
On first down, it's Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their 38.
Hey, yellow lady.
After the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
With that incompletion, let's discuss all the overtime games that we've had so far in the NFL. We've had 9 of them, at least one each week. Week 6, it was Miami and the Bears with the Dolphins getting the win.
Yeah, and you know something? That's an NFL record. Because that record was set week 5, an overtime game each of the first 5 weeks of the season. Now we're adding to the record, and I wouldn't doubt at all that we would get to 7 weeks and maybe beyond. It's been a very competitive NFL season.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throw left side complete. It's Watson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Now Breeze on third down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Now the Houston Texans, Charles, 3-game win streak. Remember, they started 0-3, now 3-3 after that dramatic win with a pick 6 by Jonathan Joseph over Buffalo. So all of a sudden, things looking up for them.
And how about their defense really starting to step up now? Now they got J.J. Watt back, Whitney Merciless, the addition of Tyrann Mathieu. They've really come together because Deshaun Watson struggled a little bit in this one. He's been getting hit a lot this season, had to make a lot of plays. This is the 3rd straight win for Houston where Watson has had 3 or more turnovers. That's unlikely in the NFL, so give their defense a ton of credit. But that pick 6 by Jonathan Joseph that sealed it, that's a heck of a win for the Houston Texans.
So right now, a lot of focus on that O-line and keeping Watson healthy.
Best they can do. The hard part is trying to make an O-line better during the season. You have what you have. He's going to have to play throughout the rest of the year knowing what he's dealing with, but he's got to find a way to cut down on the turnovers.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Come back. Come back.
To throw on second is Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Down. Green 39. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Breeze now on first down. In the middle, open is Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A big loss there of 9 yards on the play, and it'll be a second and long. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now Breeze again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, yellow lady.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 51 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down. Red, green, 39. Green, 39.
Now it's Watson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Hey. Down. Green, 39. Green, 39. Black 39, feel it.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Black 22.
To throw is Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Green the line! Green the line!
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
Out of the gun, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to run him down for a loss of about 20 yards. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready! Waiting!
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ready! Waiting! Ready for shot!
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Two jet.
Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how did you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here we go. Ready. Yellow lady. Ready, like that.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson on 1st down. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
On 1st down, Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
51 to fight, boys, 51.
He's back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Hey. Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Black 22. Black 22.
They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Target.
Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.